In the same book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 10, a river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into 4 edged water. The name of the first is the Pishon. It went through the entire of Havilah, where there is a goal. The goal of that land is good. Aromatic resins and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It went through the entire land of Cush. The name of the third river is the Tigris. It ran along the east side of the Azu, and the fourth river is Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the life, the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat of it, you will surely die." The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field and all the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the bird of the air, and all the beasts of the field. But for Adam no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, "This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh." The man and his wife were both naked, and they left no shame. The fall of man. In chapter 3, the same book of Genesis, now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animal the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "Serpent, we may eat from fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, 'You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.' You will not surely die." The serpent said to the woman, "For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw that the fruit of the trees was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized that they were naked. So they sewed fig leaf together and made covering for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree from which I command you, do not eat?" The man said, "The woman you put her with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I had it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I had it." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all the livestock and all the wild animal. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the day of your life. And I will put an enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her. He will crush your head, and you will stick in his knee." To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your pain in childbearing. With pain you will give birth to a children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat of it all the day of your life. It will produce thorn and thistles for you, and you will eat the plant of the field by the sweat of your brow. You will eat your food until you return to the ground, seeing from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Adam named his wife Eve, because she would become the mother of all the living. The Lord God made garment of skin for Adam and his wife, and clothed them. And the Lord God said, "The man has not become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and hate and life forever." So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he dropped the man out, he placed it on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim, and plumbing his word, flashing back and paused to guide the way to the tree of life. So, and we have also chapter 4, the story of Cain and Abel. Adam lay with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flock, and Cain worked the soil. In the course of the time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to the Lord, but Abel brought part portion from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you hungry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It deserves to have you, but you must master it." To be continuous, God.